Well, a lot of people think that reading is pretty straightforward. You just read the words, and if you have a problem, you look it up. Well, actually, the way that you read makes a big difference, because what you're doing could actually be robbing your brain of an opportunity to learn. Today, I'm going to show you a technique that I call reading for meaning. First consideration is what you're reading. I'm not necessarily suggesting that you read a book. Some people do like to read books, and if you do and you have the time, fantastic. But a lot of us don't really have the time to read a book. So I suggest reading something short, particularly just one page. That way you can get through it and move on. The most important thing is that you're engaged, that there's information in that reading that you want. That's the number one concern. The second concern is how you do it. The one thing I definitely want you to do is don't stop. Doesn't matter if you don't understand, doesn't matter if you don't know what that word is, doesn't matter if you're sure you're not getting any of it, just don't stop until you get to the end. If you're reading a book, the end is the end of the page, not the end of the book. That's a long time to wait to see if you understood something. Okay, so you get to the end, ask yourself this question. Do I understand the basic message? If you do understand the basic message, fantastic. If you don't understand the basic message, then go back and read it again, but don't stop. When you do understand the basic message, the next question that you should be asking yourself is there vocabulary that I want to make mine? Vocabulary that you're engaged with? If there is, then yes, you should look it up. But no, you should not look it up in Google Translate. We are going to go Texas on Google Translate. You're going to look it up in an English dictionary. Why? Because we learn English in English. Now here's the thing. As you were reading through it and you weren't stopping, your brain was going through all kinds of processes that are extremely important for developing your ability to process English in English. And in those processes, it had an idea more or less of what that word that you really want means. Now, when you look it up, it's really, really important that you pat yourself on the back and say, I knew it was about that. Or, wow, that's really close to what I thought. If it isn't, it's fine, because we are all here to learn. If you're not reading this way, you're robbing your brain of an opportunity to learn. You're not allowing it to problem solve, to find a solution to the issue of what does that mean. You're not allowing your brain to think creatively about what it could possibly be. Those two things are extremely important for you to develop your ability to do everything in English. Those things give you autonomy in English, and that's why it's so important to read this way. So the more you practice reading for meaning, the better your brain gets at running those processes of creative thinking and problem solving. These processes are essential not only for reading, but for every part of your English. It gives you the autonomy you really need. If you like this video, why not check out the others for more information? And if you need my help, well, you know where to find me.